Good morning guys, today is Sunday, March 20th and I'm recording the video for March 18th, Friday. So let's start with the pre-market notes. So today was a quadruple witching day, right? So Friday means it's a quadruple witching day and anything can happen, right? But we are looking for, we can trust the internals today, and we were looking for directional day, or completely chop, but in a higher swing. So in Discord, I talked about the importance of couple of levels for NQ and for ES, and the importance of yes, Globex range in NQ. Anything above Globex range, that side is in control pretty much. Yes, anything above 43.89, buyers is in control, and also buyers job is to hold above Globex low and 43.75 and NQ 14,009 to 14,025, or I would say for 13,965 to 14,009. That's a buyer's area. So I'm combining both here. See, so above this buyers are there, okay, and yes, buyers defending this and Globex low area. I want them to see holding it above aggressively, break below both. Some sellers are there. Now buyers hold above both levels, then price goes higher. Then yesterday's high is important for them to break above, right? Not to respond for the sellers. I said break above for buyers, right? And move towards this and this. So this area became the high of the day, right? So once price went above Globex high or yesterday's high, most likely this is the target. So that would be the best trade to take it, NQ. Once it goes above this, most likely it will go here, and if it breaks above this, it is going to go to moon, at least for the day time frame, at least up to 14,500 or so. And then rest you can read through it. I'm not gonna read all this thing today, but Russell also you can see these things. Gold no trading today. Crude I didn't check because I was busy in equities, and Friday usually I do only one trades, and now going forward pretty much Friday I may skip it. I will only trade Monday to Thursday. Friday I'll just take a day off. So that is the plan. NQ's dream number, very powerful as usual, right? And these are these two levels I discussed about in Discord. The importance of this level, I used the word very important today. So, and you can see it, how it played out. So 25 and 9, right? So this is a pre-market chop around these levels, right? And then right of the open you can see it right here, 9:30. This was the low, 09, and then it took out 25, right? And this is the range. I put it in pre-market notes that above buyers are in control above this box, right? And now you can see it slice through it. 71 was a Globex high, slice through it, right? So at least NQ, and then in that case most likely it will come towards this, right? So if you want to take a long right here, you can take it, and or break out about this area also you can take it, right? So NQ was easy, it was not that big deal. Yes, was little bit tougher, just because we were focusing on internals. Also AD was negative, right? Because it was gap down, right? And when then it retested the gap fill area, right, AD was still negative, right? So it was a bearish disconnect there, right? So ES was hard to trade here, anything, but that was based on this internals, right, and bearish disconnect. But if you look at the pre-market note, based on a pure price action, right, above this box basically, 75 and Globex low, buyers are there, right? And all they have to do is take out this 89. In Discord I said entire meat is within, if you can check the Discord, there is a statement there that entire 89 to pretty much this area, there is a meat in it. So above that range buyers will have a control, and this was a Globex high, right? So but still then, so here right of the open you can see it is sliced through both these levels, right? Bold support, basically it's held it, right? Same thing happened with NQ. At that point you know at least buyers are there, right? And but internals were not lined up, so and then some response there, but it sliced through it, right? So at this point there is no more shorts here, we are only looking for longs after this point onwards, right? In NQ also same thing, no shorts. So now the question is, where do we go long? So now you already missed out this one, let's say, right? Then you have to wait for price to take out yesterday's high, because that was the last stop, and you have to hold above 18, and you want price to hold above this 89. That is what I said. Below 89 it will get screwed up, so here it got a response from this yesterday's high and these two bold areas, right, back to back. So you can't just go long here, because it's two bold areas back to back, right? And once it falls below it, it will most likely go to 89, right? At that point it is protected by AUF and mid, so you can technically go long here, but once it went above yesterday's high, this was a yesterday's high area, I want price to stay above yesterday's high, not go below it to 89, because technically yes, buyers are in control, but then it will bring some chop and they become screwed up at that point in time until it goes above this range, at least above this high. By the time internals were rising now, see that? So they had a chance, sellers had a chance to trend down, but they failed, and now price is above all these levels, internals are rising, so buyers are in control, right? So when it pulled back here, at that time officially the day is screwed up, but buyers are there, right? But then price may ping pong, all this thing, and then go higher. So I do not like to trade when the day becomes screwed up, because here, see, ideally it should have held it. Internals were still negative here, see, here it tried to go higher, but when it pulled back, see, it is around zero line, so they were not that strong. Momentum was also one time only up, but otherwise it was just here, right? Even it went below. So NQ was strong, so you can play NQ, but yes, it was tough to go long at 89. Didn't even pull back to 89, it just pulled back to yesterday's high when NQ was pulling right here, at this good area of support. It was resistance. When it sliced through it, it went to another blue line and then got rejection, right? So NQ, you can try this 131 area, because that was yesterday's high and we web all this thing. But so I had an order there in NQ, but then damn thing did not even pull back, I could have gone like long at this pink line, but considering quadruple witching and it's coming from this blue line and it's even went below this blue line, I didn't want to front run it, so I waited for here, but then it just pulled back to 138 and then just went higher, right? So I missed this trade. After that, only option is NQ to go above both blue lines and then pull back to blue lines, first blue line, not the second, then you can go long, So this was the good long right here, 1130, roughly 1128, which was in ES, it was pulling back at yesterday's high, or actually below it, So ES, there is no trade here because it was still within this range, right? So here, if someone wants to go long at Globex high, that was the only option. But I rather wait for price to come back here and do something, if you really want to match up with NQ. So none of these two fired, basically. Now your only choice left is higher, right? So once this is taken out, right, and by this time, around this time, 12:30, right, you can see it, internals started rising. See that? See that? And momentum started picking up. Now is the time to go long or wait for long, right? The moment this breakout happen about this range, which is this, like that, right? Now most likely it will go towards 50-60. That is what I said in Discord, right? So, and it makes sense in this case. The round number 44, 50, 60, this was exchange area, it's a traction point, most likely it will go towards there. And NQ above this area, most likely 14,500 you can target, which is this area. So NQ has a room to go almost 300 point, right? So here taking a long with larger stop makes sense, because now it is above both blue lines and it respected this area too, and it respected this area too, and it's only 11:30, 11:20. You have entire day, right? And remember, in Discord I said I want to see a directional day today, otherwise I will not trade. So this was a directional move, right? So, and this is also a directional move, right? There is some chop here which I didn't like it, but it is a directional move, right? It is trading above all this level. So now here you can go long, your stop is below this area, right? And then you can go long, target this, but you have to sit through this chop, but that's the ultimate goal. And NQ also same thing, after that you can just play the levels here, but this were the good entries, this one and this one. This one didn't even executed it. And that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.